Hi everyone, happy Monday. It's November 7th, 2011. I just got back to Ottawa from Toronto, where I spent the weekend since Thursday night. I went down because it was my niece's first birthday, and I got to spend time with her, my brother, and my sister-in-law. It was nice to be able to spend time with my family and with some of my friends in the middle of the semester. I got to spend a lot of time with Jocelyn, and I'm really glad for that. I got to sleep over at her place for the first time in many, many years. I don't remember how long it's been. And I got to see Letitia as well. It's been a while since I've been able to hang out with her, and I didn't actually get to hang out with her this weekend, but I got to spend some time with her talking to her before she had to run off and do her stuff, and before we had to run off and do our stuff. I just wanted to show my hair before I get it cut. I really need that haircut, so I think I'm going to go right after I finish recording this. Hopefully I get an appointment, either walk-in or sometime this week, because my hair is really crazy. So I got into Toronto on Thursday night after a really long bus ride. It was like the milk run. It shouldn't have taken so long, but it did. And our bus kept breaking down or something. Like there was a computer glitch in the system, and the bus wouldn't shift higher than third gear, and it would always revert, and the bus would stall. It was kind of scary, but in a way I was like, what's the worst that will happen? Like, I'll just be delayed. And delayed I was. And on Friday, I went to Yum Thai with my brother's family, my parents, and with Jocelyn. For that, we went to my brother's house for a bit, just hang out and eat a bit of baby's birthday cake. Jocelyn and I were going to go to fire some arrows at the archery range, but traffic owned us. We wanted to get rock candy at the Science Center. Science Center already closed by the time we got there, and that was really disappointing for Jocelyn, who was really, really craving rock candy. And then, this is my fault. I forgot that the entrance to the park is north of Eglinton, but the park itself is just behind the Science Center, so that's what I remembered. And Jocelyn couldn't turn right onto Leslie from Eglinton, so we just kept going and decided to try to double back, but we couldn't because all the side streets north of Eglinton between Bayview and Leslie only go up to like the ravine area and then Sunnybrook, or there's actually a Cam H there as well, so nothing goes through to Leslie, and everything either goes to Eglinton and Bayview. And Jocelyn's like, Bayview traffic at like leaving work rush hour time because of Sunnybrook Hospital is going to be really frustrating. But the problem was eastbound Eglinton was the parking lot, so in the end we were forced to take Bayview, and it was actually smooth sailing. But because of this whole experience, we're just like, whatever, we'll go tomorrow. On Friday night, Jocelyn and I went to Stockyards for fried chicken. That's at St. Clair and Christie. Really, really good fried chicken. We also had a whole rack of ribs, a beef brisket sandwich, and a porchetta sandwich. It wasn't just us two. That's why we ordered so much food. There were two other people, and we ordered 5 things. The staff had leftover Brussels sprouts, so they gave those to us too. Kind of really spicy. And afterwards, Jocelyn, her friends, and I just went to Richmond Hill, of all places, to chill for a bit. Going up there kind of reminded me of the guys because we were on Highway 7, and usually I'm there with them. So we got home kind of late, and we tried to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail again, but Jocelyn fell asleep partway through, just before the tale of Sir Galahad. So I just turned it off and we went to bed. We slept in a little on Saturday morning until my mom called and asked us if we wanted to go to lunch at Cafe Michi. Of course we couldn't say no to that, so Jocelyn tried to get ready. But Jocelyn is really slow at getting ready, apparently, where my mom and I are concerned. It's like she's always late. We were only 20 minutes late. After lunch, we were finally able to go to the archery range, not getting lost this time, and it was a really pleasant day, so it was like decently warm, not that windy, so it was good for archery. Jocelyn did really well for her first time, and we canvassed around the other people for advice on how to do it. And this kindly old gentleman was like, archery is impossible, just have fun. Jocelyn didn't really seem to take to that answer very well, but I just thought it was great. It was very similar to the advice I had gotten when I had first started, from another old man actually. Old guy archers are really nice. They're very helpful, and they're very warm and community spirit. We had some incidents with the arrows, and now I'm down to 5 usable arrows. Jocelyn, don't feel bad. It's really okay. The funny thing was, at the end, I did a terrible thing, and I like wedged my arrow really hard into the top post across the frame, the wooden frame, and that proved quite difficult to get out. We had to climb up, and then Jocelyn was unable to get it. So I did it, and eventually I was able to wedge it out. Jocelyn passed me one of her tools, and I wedged the crack a little bigger, and then you could wedge the arrow up, down, around, and sideways, like whatever, but you couldn't pull it out. So what I did was I pulled it out while like moving it up and down and sideways or whatever, just to try to make it loose. The fail of that shot decided that we were going to leave the archery range. So leave we did, and we headed towards Don Mills Center. At first we were just going to get, like, I was going to get tea obviously or something warm, and Jocelyn wanted a coffee. She always wants coffee because she's always so tired. Or at least this weekend she did. And she always wanted it because we never got one. And we decided to go to the gelato patisserie place, where we had chocolate gelato, Nutella, and banana crepe. It was very much Jocelyn's kind of dessert, at least in my opinion it is. And we took a long time to decide, and the guy at the cash was like, wow, you guys took so long to decide. He's making fun of us the entire time. After that, we went home, and we chilled out and dressed for a cold night because we were going out with the guys. It was really fun. I got to see Hesman and Mariah play soccer for the first time since grade 11, which was 9 years ago. Whoa, I feel really old. It was a good game. Jocelyn and I almost got our heads lopped off by the ball twice. The first time was a little worse than the second time, but it was fine. Husband had some leg cramp drama at the end. He ended up okay. The game itself was good, I guess. To the guys, it wouldn't have been good. Getting to the soccer game, though, was quite the adventure because someone did not fill their gas tank for 2 days while their gas warning light was on. And my roommate's laughing right now. And it was quite the endeavor getting uphill on Don Mills towards the Don Mills and Steele's gas station. Not to name names or anything. We had some communication problems after the game, which was not necessarily unusual. We headed to Issachar's while Hassan headed home. And for some reason, Hassan thought we were going to go with him, but we didn't. And we just waited at Issachar's for a while. We talked to his dad, and Issachar was not coming down for some reason, so his dad like buzzed him up. And then while we were waiting, actually, Shabir showed up, and we're like, what? We thought Shabir was sick and wasn't coming. And apparently he was, and then we're like, where's Hassan? And Shabir's like, what? So Shabir had to go back up to Richmond Hill to get Hassan. I went to go get Imran, who I guess had been waiting for us, but went back up because we were at Iftikhar's for like half an hour. We ended up going to La Hortica House for dinner, and it was really good because Jocelyn hadn't been there before. But it was really cold too. I don't know why it was so cold on Saturday. I was feeling under the weather a bit. And yeah, the food was good. After that, we wanted to go to Snakes and Lattes, but we couldn't make a reservation over the phone because it was after midnight. So what we did was we went downtown in the general area of Snakes and Lattes, which is, we went to Futures for dessert. Jocelyn and I didn't actually eat any dessert because it would have been our third dessert of the day. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it anyway, I was full. I had a tea and Jocelyn had a coffee. Finally, we just decided to go home, like not including daylight savings time. It was about 2. It was really cold, so Shabir's like, oh come on guys, we can't admit defeat to the winter. But I think nobody paid attention except me. Then Mariah took us home, and that was that. Sunday morning I went to church again with my mom, the Cantonese service. My reading was a little worse this time, and my comprehension was a little worse this time, but I still didn't fall asleep. Yeah, good job me. In the afternoon / evening / night, I was at my brother's house for dinner. I brought my stuff to work on, but I didn't end up working on it because I was too enthralled with watching Baby play in her playpen. So my brother was like, so much for working, right? I'm like, yeah, oh well. My brother made a beef brisket. It was really delicious. A little salty, but I think it's because he overcompensated for last time where it wasn't salty enough. So here I am back in Ottawa. I was greeted with a nice surprise on my desk. Yay! I got a postcard from Georgia, where she was in Bath. I'm assuming she is definitely in France now. And it's a picture of Stonehenge. Well, that's all for today. Time for that haircut. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, my hair. Because whatever I say, I do get kind of attached to my hair. I know it grows back, and I get annoyed that it's long, but in the end, I'm just like, oh, my hair's so nice. Oh, well. Gotta go. Bye!